Unfortunately, sometimes when you're in South Carolina, you lose your cell phone signal. So we're going to try this again. I spent the greater part of this week on a school field trip with my 4th grader and camping in a cabin on a beach in a really rustic way. I'm a city girl. It doesn't really work well for me. But it was a ton of fun. And now I am really happy to be home. And I definitely am going to enjoy my Friday night cocktail. So there are only 2 things that we get serious about in our house. We get serious about boxing, and we get serious about bourbon. So tonight, we're gonna make ourselves a Bourbon Old Fashioned, but we're gonna make it our way, which is a little bit lightened up. So, waiting in the wings, I have 2 highball glasses just filled about halfway with ice. And they're just gonna sit off to the side while I make the rest of my drink. In my shaker, I have that about halfway filled with ice, so it's nice and cold. And I've also had it waiting in the refrigerator so that the canister itself is really chilled. I like to use a metal shaker because it helps to make the drink get really cold. So, to my shaker cup, I am going to add 2 shots of Buffalo Trace bourbon. Buffalo Trace just happens to be our go-to bourbon in our house. My husband's a big bourbon drinker. It's his drink of choice, so we have quite a few different types. Use whatever you've got. Use whatever is within your budget. This is just what we normally use. And yes, this is the world's largest bottle of Buffalo Trace. I bought it for when we were having people over for Christmas. So you're going to take 2 shots. I'm making a double because my husband is home tonight, and I'm going to make him a drink. We're going to top that with some bitters. The recipe that I originally had called for Angostura bitters. I can't say it. I use classic bitters, and that's just because this is what I have. I bought a 3-pack of bitters during the Christmas season at Trader Joe's. So this is what I've been using. So you're just going to take a couple little splashes of bitters. You don't want to use too much. They really have a very strong flavor. Then I'm going to add in 1 packet of Truvia. My original recipe had called for sugar. Using Truvia instead is one of the ways that I lighten it up. Then I'm going to take the juice of half of a lemon. Here's my tip. I pick out the lemon seeds that are readily visible, that are like towards the top. But inevitably, when I try to squeeze this lemon into my drink, I'm going to lose a lemon seed. And then I'm going to be sitting here for 20 minutes trying to pick the lemon seed out of my drink. So instead, I have learned that if you do this, lift this up a little bit so you can see it better. And I can't take credit for this because I'm almost 100% positive I saw it on Food Network at some point, and I've just always done it this way since. When you squeeze your lemon, squeeze it with the cut side up. The juice then drains through your fingers and makes a little bit more of a mess, but you don't wind up sitting there fishing out the lemon seed. It just makes it a little bit easier. So I'm going to squeeze my juice in. And I already have found, I can feel them on the palm of my hand, 2 separate lemon seeds. So it was worth getting a little dirty to not have lemon seeds go in my drink. Then I'm going to hit it with just a tiny splash of of water. Put on my lid. Give it a nice big shake. Bottoms up. Have a great night.